This is the town of Phandalin. Charles, once a promising officer in the regional army of Neverwinter, you swiftly rose through the ranks by sheer grit and discipline and an unwavering loyalty to his men. You had finally been given command of a whole company and tasked with quelling a growing orc threat in the Neverwinter woods. In that fateful battle, though, you led your company into an ambush unknowingly, making a critical error, assuming a sign of a small band of scattered orcs were an easy target. But pride and poor intelligence proved fatal, and an ambush ensued. It was actually a much larger company. As it was going on, you saw the men around you fall one by one in battle. You barely surviving, being dragged from the field by a woodsman by the name of Falcon. You returned to Neverwinter not in glory but in grief. You were given retirement, and you wandered the frontier not for riches but for redemption, haunted by the memory of the cries of those around you who fell in battle. You have landed yourself in the small town of Phandalin, remembering the old days and finding you need to create a new company and lift up your sword once more. Short on resources and company, you find yourself at the Stonehill Inn where you've been drinking this afternoon. You've been in here and you've had a couple of beers, and you've heard of stories of orcs that have been coming down from the mountains to prey on the lowlands. Somebody does a doom to help soon. The orcs are going to overrun Phandalin and destroy everything that the townspeople have worked for.
Charles is a weathered man in his 40s. He has dark, short hair, and it's streaked with early gray. His face is sharp, and his jaw is set with determination, and he has steel blue eyes that carry a burden of loss. A deep scar runs along his left brow down to his cheekbone. He wears a weathered officer cloak with a faded insignia barely visible over his chainmail. He moves with purpose but never rushes.
So, as you're just sitting there, you see that the door opens to the tavern, and Relic, you see this character walk through the door. As a young elf, guided by Ilmater, excited by exploration and research of the world, you stumbled upon a small village to help those that became ill and sick by an unknown illness, helping many and developing your skills with healing. As the land healed, you moved on to further that research. But as you traveled, the land showed more and more dangerous, and traveling alone became a lot more difficult. You stumbled upon another village, though, small village of Phandalin, after skirting the lines of an orc encampment. And you go into the Stonehill Inn, and you see a lot of townspeople and stuff, but then you also see this other fellow.
Relic approaches this older gentleman and asks him what he's doing and if he lives here, if he's from this town.
Oh, I'm not from around here.
Are you?
I'm an adventurer. I
Are
used
you?
to be an officer of the armies of Neverwinter.
Oh, great! So you have plenty of combat experience and
Mm-hmm.
probably know your way around very well.
I tend to get around.
Well, I'm kind of an adventurer myself. I'm exploring and doing research of my own interests. Um, are you looking to join a party or a group of any kind?
Yeah, I was actually gonna make my way to that bounty board they have in town and take a look at that. See if any of the town folks need any help with anything.
Oh, interesting. I didn't notice that. I haven't been here very long. I actually just arrived.
Yeah, you care to take a look at it with me?
Yeah, we can go check it out.
What was your name, by the way?
Oh, my name's Relic. And what is yours?
My name's Charles, Charles Yates.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Well, let's go take a look at this.
So you guys go take a look over the townmaster's hall. But along the way, you see like head kind of held low and kind of shaking, a character approach. Eric, you lived mundanely amongst the land, farming, hunting, and trading. You always wanted more in your life. You starved for more. And finally, an opportunity came for excitement in the form of a mysterious cloaked sorcerer with a pendant showing one large eye. And he offered you a significant reward to liberate a strange relic from a traveling convoy. The heist did not go well, and you panicked at the first sight of blood in battle. And then you ran, disregarding the strict instructions from the sorcerer. You snatched a box, and in it you found an ancient crystal. And in an instant, you were never the same. Your life was not normal anymore. Your head filled with strange voices, images, and words you never have heard and can't even remember. Now, though, you wander, fighting your own mind in search for the arcane. And you come across the town of Phandalin, where you hear of strange magic invading the Neverwinter woods and confounding navigators and obscuring the ancient ruins of bygone kingdoms lost in its depths. What do the other characters see?
So they see a younger elf man. He's a unintimidating build even by elven standards. Um, he seems to be he's holding the hood of his cloak up like somebody sheltering from rain, even though it's fair weather out. Um, kind of looking around, eyes darting, until they settle on, I guess, the other two and stare at them, almost giving a knowing smile like an old friend, even though he hasn't seen them before, and seems to calm. He's not being discreet about it. He's standing there just kind of staring at them with oddly gray blue eyes that seem to have a slight unnatural hue to them.
And you guys catch him in your eye just off to the side as you were getting ready to approach this board.
Hey, you.
Oh, good. I didn't think you'd recognize. They told you I would come. They told me you'd be here.
Are you okay?
They, yes, yeah. Hi.
You speak as if you
Hi.
know me.
They, no. It's we're going to. It's difficult. It's loud. Okay, yes, yep. Hi.
Are
Hello.
you some kind of sorcerer,
I think yeah, sorcerer. I still working that out. Yeah, yes. Um, they they're calm near you. Can can I can I can we can I stay?
like join our group? Join us?
We're where are we going?
Um, I,
Let me
I don't
ask.
know. We don't even know where
Hold
we're
on,
going.
hold
Look
on,
at this
Relic.
job board.
He,
Are you friend or foe?
Eric kind of perks up and smiles, almost as his whole demeanor changes, and props himself up and tucks his shoulder back and smiles like an entertainer. He says, "I'm an anonymous, amiable adventurer like yourself, astonishingly articulate and ambitious, accosted by an avalanche of astral and arcane, assaulted by absurdity and abysmally astray in aspects of academic. Anxious to assuage my auditory ailments, I arrive as an ambassador astronomers of astronomical altruism, with an aptitude for arson. Alliteration serves only to annoy, so allow me to introduce myself again. Eric."
Well, Eric. Go ahead, Relic.
I guess as long as you're not gonna do anything weird or crazy, you can join us. We're just gonna look at the job board and see what's going on around here.
We're not even really like a group. We're checking out the job board. See if we can help these people.
No.
Yeah, we just met.
Yeah, no. No. I assure you, this is the best. This is the quietest they've been since as long as I can remember.
Okay, well, let's
It's not
just
very
take a.
loud here.
I'm gonna take a look at this job board.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
You want to look at it, Eric?
I think that's where they want us.
So you guys look at this job board. You guys see 3 quests. Sora, born into a secret family that lurked in the shadows, who can serve powerful clients, such as spies, informants, assassins, and even kingdoms, without ever being known. You showed your promise, and when being trained to be an illustrator, a true protege of your own, a ghost amongst the living. But as you grew, strange things began to happen. Your tricks went above the normal. You could create shadows that would continue to move when you didn't. Your hands moved in ways and with a speed that baffled most, even at your caliber. Something odd was noticed by those around you in the organization. And as your training continued, those around you began to whisper. Something has awakened inside you. One evening, you overheard that they were dispatching mercenaries to eliminate you, and before anyone noticed, you slipped away into the shadows. Sora, you find yourself in the small town of Phandalin. It seems safe for now, but you know that you need to find resources and friends for success and survival. You know that there is a group of mercenaries after you by the name of the Stone Cold Reaver. And you have been kind of in Phandalin and scouring the area, kind of staying on the outskirts a little bit. And you notice a kind of an odd group of people that don't really fit in with the town. You 3 that are at the job board, there are some like pins on this board that have been taken already. But you see all of them are written in common in the same.
Probably start with the easiest looking one, which is the one in the middle.
I was considering that one myself. It's a woman in
Yeah, I'm not
distress. We need to save her.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to encounter a dragon. The one on the left seems like that's a possibility.
Well, the one in the middle says dragons have been sighted.
Oh.
The 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 ones that it says gnomes, they have magical inventions. Eric starts like almost like itching like a crackhead. That
Magic.
I
I'm not.
eventually would enjoy seeing them.
Enjoy seeing the gnomes or the magic.
The magic that the gnomes have. I yeah yeah it seems to I don't know. I'm I'm supposed to be with you, so I'll follow. Yeah. Yeah.
Magic.
Middle's fine. Middle's
Wow.
fine.
I
Okay.
don't know. What do you think?
Well, being a retired officer of Neverwinter, I think we ought to go talk to this midwife and see if we can't get her to come back to Phandalin.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Let's protect.
And if we succeed at that, we'll see if any new prospects come available. And if not, then maybe we could look at these magical things that Eric seems so scratchy about.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting. It'd be nice to study it. Maybe we can learn something from them.
I think they'll bring more calm, more peace.
And so Charles, you
But
did remember hearing some people in the town say that her windmill was down in the southeast. I would say you guys get to like, you guys are like taking this route, past the farm, southeast of this tree line. Sora.
I'm going to go ahead and reveal myself at that point when they turn around.
So yeah, as all of you guys like turn around from the board and begin to head out, what do they see, Sora?
All right. You'll see a gnome, about 3'2", I think. So yeah, 3'2". He'll be standing there with some leather armor, a scar going across his left eye, white hair pulled up in not necessarily a top knot, but like a high ponytail. He'll have leather binds, almost like straps, wrapped around his forearms, going up till about his elbows, maybe hiding a couple blades or something in there. A tattered scarf kind of wrapped around his neck, loosely fitted, um, to hide his face when the need arises.
Oh,
Oh, uh, there's another one.
uh, what? Oh, hello.
I cross my
Mm.
arms as I kind of lean back against the air, looking at him, kind of with a judging look.
Is something wrong? Did we do something wrong?
What's wrong with your friend? Why does he keep muttering about gnomes?
Uh, I don't know. We just met him, and we actually all just met. So found this job to go help this lady to the southeast. That's where we're headed now, I guess.
The
Want
one with
to
25 gold?
Huh?
You didn't even look at the reward? You're just grabbing a quest without
Mm.
looking at rewards?
Oh no,
I looked at
we
those
did look at
earlier.
it.
That should be worth
It's
25 gold.
yeah, yeah. That's the one.
Mm.
Reward. Helping a woman in distress is a reward enough for me.
Well,
I mean, she
I
could
could.
also not do it and not put herself in danger.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I see your point.
uh,
So it looks like you might need some help if your friend there mutters in the corner. I don't know how well he might be in a fight for you, but if you're willing to split it,
Eric kind of smiles and uses telepathic speech so only Sora can hear, and just says into Sora's head, "This path leads to riches." They said it.
So Sora, do you respond to it?
like I said, I just kind of glance at him and unfold my arms.
What was your name?
What what was that?
Whoa. What was your name?
Did you not hear what he just said?
No.
Which one?
He's muttering things all the time. What do you mean?
Mm,
I heard them. I heard them say a lot.
Your friend there is weird, I have to say. He said something about a trail to riches, and you didn't hear that?
No.
No, I was asking what was your name?
My name's Sora. What's yours?
Charles. I'm just kind of like squinting my eyes looking at you like, Charles? Eyebrow like kind of quirks up. Like, like
My
what
name's
the hell is
Relic.
going on?
Eric usually.
I just slap my hand to my forehead and like push my fingers into it and kind of rub and like, okay, I'm gonna go save this woman.
You guys go out, and
no.
in the distance, you guys like see something hanging from a tree.
What is
Try
that?
to get a
What
good,
is
good
that?
look at it.
Rimbus. Fascinated with the balance between nature and magic that flowed through the land, you provided balance, shaping the wilds with careful hands, guiding nature's rhythms. But you quickly realized that this required much more than knowledge. It also required strength. A student in the art of combat, you picked up your first set of steel. Looking to restore balance once more, you set out to new lands. You have heard of an imbalance of nature and magic in the area surrounding Phandalin. You were here a couple nights. You've been here for a couple nights. But last night you got a little drunk, and you got into a bar fight. And you can describe what the characters see as they're starting to approach you, but you're hanging upside down, wrapped in a rope, hanging from a tree.
Well, um, Rimbus is like he's pretty small. I would say he's probably smaller than Sora. He stands probably about 3 foot. So he kind of he looks like just a sack of potatoes hanging from a tree, like just fucking moving around and rummaging around and trying to like free myself. I'm definitely bruised and battered for sure. just hanging upside down, trying to wriggle myself free. So I see you guys in the distance, and I'm probably Rimbus goes, "Oi, is anybody there? Can you come help me?"
Did you guys hear that? Is that thing hanging from the tree?
I heard something.
And as you guys get closer, the picture of what's hanging gets more clear and clear.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Looks like
My quite stuck here. I don't quite remember how I got here, but I'm here now. So could you kindly help me down?
You got any
yeah,
money?
sure.
Mhm.
Hey, hold on. I put my hand out and stopped Charles. You got any money?
I'm afraid I spent it all at the bar last night. I got really drunk, and it seems I got into a bit of a fight, as you can tell.
I just
And I think they might have mugged me as well.
I reach my hand back out
All right, Charles, he's your
as I'm
therapist.
looking at you like, what are you doing? Like, that was rude. I just reach my hand back out. Here, take my hand.
I'm kind of toyed up. I don't think I can quite take your hand. You
Well,
might
here,
have to put me down.
oh yeah, yeah,
Off-
I cut you
Offer
down.
my dagger.
Yeah,
Still can't use it. My hands are tied. Could you kindly just cut
just-
that there rope there?
I pull out my sword and cut the rope.
I catch
So
him as he falls.
Rimbus, he unravels himself from this snake-like rope and just kind of dusts himself off and stands up at a very whopping tall, 3 foot tall, standing probably about knee height. He looks up at you guys. He's like, "Well, hello. You can call me Rimbus or Rim for short."
Rim. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Charles.
I'm really
Charles, it's nice to meet you. And sorry I didn't quite catch your name. I was talking over you there.
Relic. My name's Relic.
Relic, it's nice to
My
meet
name's
you
Sora.
too. And Sora, you're quite all right. You look about my height. Quite cool. I think we short guys really go to lead the team. You know what I mean?
Him too? Yeah. Yes. Well, do you want to come with us? We're moving towards something.
Well, I didn't quite catch your name, but I guess I can go wherever you guys are going. And I could use a drink of water. That would be nice.
You look a little parched.
I'm a little worse for wear.
Do
Hey,
you have any of your equipment with you? Do you have anything with you?
I've got this staff here. It's my lucky staff. I've done a lot of cool tricks with it. I can control nature and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting. So you're what are you, like a wizard or
I would say I'm a druid, as they would call it.
okay?
Interesting.
I'm a cleric myself. I guess you could call me a cleric.
Well, that would be quite helpful if we're going to somewhere dangerous.
can
I
change
don't know
things too.
quite where
Hey,
we're going.
oh, we're gonna go
You
help this lady southeast of the town. She
Well, what's her problem? She's got a kid stuck up in a tree.
well, there's been dragon sightings lately, and she's all out there
Dragon?
alone. Yep.
We're not going to fight a dragon, are we?
Oh no.
Rimbus, you've heard of dragons. You've heard of the rumors in the inn last night when you were drinking. You do remember this. Some people swear that they've seen dragons. Other people say that it's like a cat. They've said that like it's got like a lion's mane. Some say they've seen something that looks like a dragon. Other people swear they've seen a dragon.
It's just rumors. There ain't no dragon.
Well, all right. I guess I can go your way.
Yeah,
I get
there's a
a-
reward too. As Sora really pointed out, it's what was that? 25 gold.
Yep.
Yeah. Apparently, it's going to be split more ways now.
Well, I
it'd
was
be all right.
considering getting the job board myself, considering I have no money because I got robbed last night.
Oh, you know who robbed you?
No clue. I
I feel like
was
that was paying
absolutely
off his
wasted.
bar tab.
cannot remember much of last night. I was quite blacked out.
Yeah. We're gonna say the bartender took
Oh.
what you owe.
It could also be very true.
Eric
Well.
extends his water skin out to after Rimbus. I think
Oh.
that maybe that should help.
Thanks. That's quite nice of you. Good old mate you are. Take a big old swig of it. Give it back, and it's like covered in fucking slobber that kind of smells like alcohol still.
It's the worst.
Even Eric in his condition kind of notices and discreetly just politely nods and discreetly wipes it off and puts it back.
Thanks. Will, are we going off? Which direction again?
Yeah,
It's
southeast.
southeast.
North, southeast.
Was we getting to this town except for the part where I got beat up and that was not so great, but the rest of town was quite nice. I hope we can come back and visit.
Well,
But before we head off, I need to use the bathroom, fellow
All right,
adventurers.
just, go in the bush over there.
There are a few trees.
I really need to use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, let's go buy a break
second.
real quick. Yeah, let's do a
Fine.
bathroom break. Let's take like a 5-minute break.
The
Because you
beer's
guys are gonna be
flowing.
going into like the first mission.